Welcome back, everybody. Last we left off, sort of the culmination of the assassination attempt of Danzo after you guys had met uh, Sangsho, the queen of the Khaganate, so to speak, um, where Finch was able to ask some questions, not as much as he would have liked to at the time, but just sort of enough to get the ball rolling. And sort of culmination of that being that you guys would uh, be the beneficiaries, pretty much, or being funded by the crown, so to speak, in regards to your overall mission. That being for Finch to go out and find the Warlord gems and become the vessel for their powers. Uh, Unfortunately, you guys were told that the gems are not known, but uh,
We have a map.
what they do know is that no one of importance has them. So none of the sort of Oza doesn't have any. Neither does the Queen and King, the Khan. That they were spread out into the wilds, and the memories of those that did that were wiped to keep them safe. Then the belief of if no one knows where they are, then they should be safe in obscurity. But Finch was given a map that had the last known locations of the Warlord gems sort of marked on it in code. You guys were given that. Uh, Dunzok had a one-on-one with the Queen in regards to nation building, and Ezekiel got in trouble with Munakata for a second time. You guys make your way back towards the room where, unfortunately, you guys get attacked by assassins. You guys sort of being the byproduct of that. It seems their main goal was to try and kill Danzok. But a surprise appearance by one Yuktashiga was there. But unfortunately, uh, in the final moments of the fight, Danzok killed Yuktashiga, but Finch was able to knock out one other assassin. The only sort of loss of lives being one of the dwarven retinue for Danzok and his wizard. And that's where we sort of pick back up.
Sick. Um, so Fincher's got one of them, like knocked out in front of him. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
Um, Danzok gets his people to sort of like start clearing the bodies out. He gets Claudius to go grab some officials, or like by officials like government people, to be like, yo, this is what's happened.
Yeah.
Um, UA collects the bodies of like the body parts of Wang and the dwarven body of Josek, sort of puts him to the side, does a small like rest for him. Um, and he just Dunza just goes, well, we got him.
What are we planning to do with the one that's knocked out? What is the
Uh,
plan?
I don't have one. I think we should just kill him.
Don't think there'd be any information that he would have that'd be important, or
Personally, no. I have been attempted to be assassinated for so many times. It's I don't care where they come from, but they haven't really succeeded yet, and they won't still. But if you want to, go for it.
well, I have no need for it, but possibly Finch if you think there's anything he might know.
He's eating breakfast.
I see. Well, I'll let you eat your oats, and I will check the hallway to ensure there is no strays. and I just go to check the hallways or where they broke through, to
Yeah.
see if anyone's hiding or listening in.
No, the inside of the building when the bust through the door has been sort of uh fortified with the guards that have come in, going to the back of
Yeah.
the room where it appears that they had scaled the walls of the building. On the outside, you can see sort of makeshift climbing hooks that have been implemented to walk up. But apart from that, there are no other people around. Make a perception check.
I will, mate. I will. We're looking at a 6.
Six, yeah, no one. You don't see anybody out there on the ground or on other rooftops close by.
Cool.
Uh, this is pretty much it. Uh, Looking
Are there
around,
any like tracks or anything of people who have scurried off?
not that you can really
Not that I can
see,
see. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
not that you can see. It seems that this was though you haven't been a part of any sort of defense against assassination, you are aware of assassination attempts in your time,
Yeah.
and feel like this might be more higher grade than something I have dealt with. And if they're going to leave tracks, someone like me might not be able to pick them up.
Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Um, they're all carrying gear that looks like they're part of an organization that you're not familiar with. But the weapons that they're using, the rifles anyway, are definitely 8 crowns in origin.
Yeah. Sick. I look at one of the uniforms that they're wearing or whatever the garb is. Are there any logos?
Yeah, the only logo is a like a clawed hand
Yeah.
with like steel blades coming out of the back of it, sort of like a Wolverine
Yeah.
symbol.
Yeah. 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 And I've never seen that before. Hey,
No,
can I remove it with like claws? Like I haven't got scissors, but can I, like rip
yeah,
like is it a
you can
patch or
yeah, you get like yeah like a dagger out and you just
yeah, sick. I'll cut
like
that off.
patchwork out.
Bag that. Actually, let me write that down real quick. X-Men 3 logo.
I love the X-Men 3 logo.
Where the fuck's my thing? X-Men X3 logo from Ambush. Assassination written ass in. And I will compare my rifle. If I think I've still got it.
Yeah, you still got it.
Yeah, sick. I compared the rifle that I got from the labyrinth, and compare it to no, I didn't. I got it from the attack, and I compare that to the assassination rifles.
Looking in comparison, it's like looking at Bronze Age weaponry to steel.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Like
A
yours
true
looks
evolution.
like what might be like the first series, sort of.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, okay, cool. And I'll take the second one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna not near my people, but I'm just gonna kind of look at it and just kind of see if I can figure out more so how this one works in comparison, or if it works the exact same way. It's just a better design and
Roll a investigation check for me.
use my Hulk Hogan dice because this one's a fucking shit house. That's great. What was it? Sorry, investigation.
Yep.
9.
9. Just like with the first rifle,
Okay.
there is. It looks like it has the basics of like a crossbow, in that it has a trigger to be pulled, but just in regards to what you're looking at, that's sort of about it. There's a trigger. It looks like there's a hole at the sort of at the end of this sort of weapon,
Yeah.
which like things are coming out of it. But besides that, you have no idea.
How's it been stored on the assassins?
Uh, it
Look
looks
like a
like
sleeve, like a
it looks
sleeve.
like they were. It's clipped on.
Okay. All right, cool. That's fun then. Cool. I'll open the bag and have the top of it sticking out.
Yeah.
Because assuming it doesn't fit in my bag.
Danzok comes up to you guys and goes, "Well, this is all over. Um, gonna deal with my people first, um, but I've still got other things that I need to get done.
Do you need help with any of the stuff that you need done?
It's kingdom things.
King of the Mountain.
King of the Mountain.
Yeah, of course, not a worries. Well, Dunzok, it's been great seeing you again. Not so much the past being dragged up, that hasn't been great, but the rest of it's been very good to see you again. And I extend out a hand for him. Or
Yeah,
a forearm.
he extends out his forearm, pass him a shake. He goes, "Well, if I don't see his the rest of however long left, more than welcome to come and visit me up in Vestivitas."
Thank you. Appreciate that heaps.
And with that, he leaves, followed by Claudius carrying the sort of the body of the dwarf and the sort of body parts that have now been put inside of a large, like rolled up carpet,
Jesus.
flanked by Yue and his other companion, and they leave.
I turn around to Finch and I go, well, what do we do with him?
Last time we left off, I believe I was standing in front of Yukteshiga. Did I look through his shit?
No, no.
Well,
and his
then-
body hasn't been touched by government officials who are now coming into the room to clear it.
Yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do before I go all the way back into the hall where the unconscious dude is sort of. I mean, I was still sitting there, kind of stunned that he's dead, because I did see people fight him, but I kind of assumed people would knock him out. So I
No.
am sitting there, kind of stunned that one, that he's dead, and that two, that he's really here. Before I then sort of just, people start pouring into the room, and I'm like, okay, I gotta do something, and I'll sort of start going through his things.
Yep. He has on him just surprisingly, he has on him like mundane items. He's got rations on him. He's got a dagger on him. He's got the basic clothes that he's wearing, but the clothes aren't of anything like special. They're not magic, or they don't give a sense of they could be something. It's fine. It feels like fine clothery, but it doesn't feel like it's anything more than that. Make a perception check for me.
Perception check. Here's my perception. It's gonna require a shrewd investigator. It's okay. Plus perception is dirty 20? No, that's 19. Fuck.
All right. What you do find special on him, hidden sort of in a like knitted compartment inside of his clothing, where you thought might have been like something else, turns out to be a hidden compartment within these clothes. And within this hidden compartment is a scroll tied up with a red ribbon, with no symbol on the ribbon itself and no marking sort of on the outside of this scroll, and a watch's symbol. But his watch's symbol is cracked. The crack
Is that
doesn't look old.
it doesn't look old?
Like it doesn't, like picking it up and sort of like, oh, notice that like there's cracks within it, but it doesn't give off the impression that, or it gives off the impression that the cracks are new.
That scroll with the red ribbon, does it happen to look anything like the ones from the banquet that we went to?
It does not, no.
Okay, so it looks like maybe if I do a quick check for traps, it looks like it would be safe to open
Yeah.
and not have it detonate right in my face. Well, if by my best judgment it looks safe to open, I will sort of open that up.
All right. You open it up, and it is full of a language you cannot read.
All right, wrapping that back up, putting it in my bag. The watch's symbol. Um,
The look of it and sort of the design of this symbol gives off a reminisce of the one that he gave to you all that time ago.
right, that's what a watch's symbol is to me.
Yes. Or at least this version of the Watcher's symbol. Because you've seen others within the labyrinth.
Mm.
But the ones within the labyrinth sort of gave a more status symbol sort of thing. Whereas the one that you were given and this one, and the one that Sia has, are they just looking at it gives off the impressions of there's something more to it. There's something more than.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Yuktashiga is fucking lucky that I'm not Golmore and know what that means. So I'll pocket it, thinking that it's important, or I can get someone else to look at it later. Um, but there's truly nothing else he's holding on him other than like rations and daggers and shit.
Um, yeah, that's it.
All right.
It's,
I actually might, funnily enough, take those daggers because
yeah.
I'm running out of darts.
Like look, just with your investigative mind, it looks like he's like this was a hit job mission to try and kill Danzok. Like it wouldn't be that you wouldn't expect him to bring anything other than what would be needed for the job.
Yeah.
In what you know or what you think you know about Yukishiga, it doesn't seem like the type of person to be carrying a lot of important shit on him.
Yeah, it'll be wherever the hell he was set up. Was he staying somewhere in town? That's what I would want to know. Because I want to get into that room. How many daggers did he have?
He had 4 daggers.
I'll be taking all 4. That's restocked my ammo. And I'll head back out to the hallway
it's
where
just a
everyone else
strange
is.
feel for you to see the body of Yukishiga, where from sort of the chin down, it's him and what you've seen in your visions. His face and hair, like a chin up, is almost unrecognizable from Dancer putting a fist through it.
Mm.
Did you find everything you needed?
Not really. No.
What are you missing?
Well, just about everything, really. I mean, if you were to drop dead right now, and someone walked into this room, would they know enough about you from what you have on you?
I've brought a little bit. I've got my pedigree on there.
So they would know you're a noble? Would they know what house? Would they know where to find your friends? Would they know where you've been? What you've done? Would they know what you were hoping to get done? Trying to do? Where you were going? There's
Westbrook,
plenty of information missing.
Westbrook pipes up and goes, how did he?
Yeah, it's kind of close enough.
mm.
Well, yeah, you know.
Kind of
Yeah.
like speak from the back of your throat and block your nose.
Yeah.
Whoa, not like that. Like, like you're sick. Back of the throat, like you're sick.
I don't know. Damn it, Matt. Damn it!
Hey, clip this.
Yeah, Matt, can you speak for like 10 minutes so I can get an AI model off it, please? Wessel just goes, so, what are we going to do about the unconscious guy?
Well, we'll
Do we want to interrogate him or let him get taken away?
What do you know anything about your friend, Finch?
well, he came here with him. I bloody well hope he does.
Well, let's go grab him then.
We should tie him up, obviously, before we wake him, and take all of his stuff off of him.
Well, what if we just take him? Because the government officials probably will grab him in the next 2 minutes.
I'm sure they won't object to us asking him a couple of questions.
Right, let's go in.
As sort of you're talking about this and saying, you said that these sort of government officials are just armed like hobgoblins that are coming in. Every now and then, one of them looks like they are a practitioner of the arts. Like they'll remove it. Like two guards will pick up a body. The guy and the sort of the arcane caster will come in and just sort of like do some magic, and then like the blood will be like removed from the floor.
Oh yeah, cool.
Like a cleanup job. But you see that coming down the stairs is the unconscious figure already tied up with a like a gag in his mouth.
Okay.
Is he awake?
Yeah, he's awake. He's sort of struggling, but they've sort of holding on to him, and they look like they're just about to leave with him.
Oh, well, I guess I'll sort of hop over. Be like, excuse me, do you mind if we ask this, well, would-be assassin some questions before you take him away?
Yeah, don't see why not. This chap's all yours. He looks over, and one of the other guy gives him a nod and goes, "Now, thought we'd ask because he's sort of the last body left, but do you guys know of the goblin in the spare room?"
Yes.
Well, if that's the case. If he's one of yours, we'll leave whatever needs to be done with him with you. Saves us a little bit of paperwork, and also, we have no idea who he is.
No, that's okay. He actually, he was moved there. He didn't die in that scuffle.
Okay, so no more. We're just here for whatever happened. Just we'll leave the guy here. Just let us know when you're done, and we'll pick him up and be gone.
Absolutely, we won't be too long.
And with that, they sort of plunk him down, like not plunk him, but like sort of like hard slam him onto the table, and they sort of walk away to do about other business.
I'll pull the gag out of his mouth.
You're the one that knocked me out.
Yes, that was me.
Yeah, you count yourself fucking lucky. Next time we meet, I'll gut you.
Well, I feel like the result would be the same, merely because of how weak you are. But I have a couple of questions. Um, your master, tell me everything you know about
Why,
Yukta Shiga.
I don't know who that is, for starters, and I have no master for second.
The person that you came here with, he was a large, imposing changeling.
Right, but he's not my master.
You're right. Poor choice of words. Was he not leading your team, or was
No.
he merely along for the ride?
Uh, he joins the expeditions.
And who was he?
Well, his name was Crackout Ass.
Crack out ass.
No, to us, his name was Krakow.
Krakow.
Yeah, because... Nah, don't worry about it.
Well, then what did you know of Krakow?
Nothing. The ability to cast spells greater than some we knew, and his prices were high, but he did good work, and so he was hired.
Okay, and how did you hear of him? How did he get
I,
into contact with you?
I have no idea. He spoke to our boss.
All right, so who's your boss?
You wouldn't know him.
I don't know that that's going to matter all that much.
No, I
So
don't know
who's
what.
your boss?
I'm not telling you. I'm sorry, but I'm I gave you all the information that I felt was worthy to be told, and now anything more than that is unbeneficial to myself. I've got a nice cell waiting for me. I'm going there.
Said who?
Well, that's where I'm going. Look, if you kill me, you kill me. Either way, you're not getting any information out of me.
Well, I'll just sort of like point to his fucking little badge that he's got. Who are you with then? What's this?
What, you've never heard of the Steel Blades?
No.
Oh, there we go then. You haven't heard of us, so there's no point.
What an asshole.
Well, you've got to start somewhere. Who are the Steel Blades? And why would you try to make a play against Danzok?
Why, that I can answer. We've been making plays against that cunt for fucking years. Sure, we always fail, but we get closer every time.
So killing 2 of his retinue is closer?
Oh, yeah. Mate, when we first started, he had a retinue of 20. And these are important people. He can kill us. We're just no-name assassins. Plenty more where that came from.
You're not too concerned about your own lives?
Nah. We get paid well. The money gets spent. We do our job.
What, you don't enjoy that or something? You don't want to continue doing that for more than like 7 years?
No.
Well, that's pretty sad. But who are the Steel Blades?
Well, I
Where
think
are you based?
we're based everywhere for starters.
What, in Arcosis or on the continent?
Yeah, well, maybe it's something you can figure out on your own. Go take a walk outside, have a look.
I pull Finch quickly to the side, and I just say, Finch, do you want me to cast a Zone of Truth? Will this help us?
Uh,
We seem to be getting nowhere with this guy.
well, it's less that he's lying and more that he's just not saying anything. I don't know that a Zone of Truth is gonna
Used to
wholly
be able
help
to
us here.
deviate the questions.
Well, he's just not answering. But that's okay, and I'm not quite in the mood for
Right.
harder interrogation.
Right, okay.
I'll go back up to him and I'll just be like, well, at the very least, what's your team motto, huh? At the Steel Blades? What's your team motto? What are some of your core tenets? This is a job interview now.
You just sort of like see him eye roll and sigh, and he goes, "Guards, guards, fucking come get me! I've had enough."
I mean, are they coming? It's not exactly a prison. He's being arrested. Yep, your visiting hours are over. No, he's not even in the fucking thing yet. Is anyone coming over?
Government, one of the guy that originally dropped him down comes up and he goes, "Are you guys getting any headway with your questions? Because I do unfortunately have a time limit."
We've got some stuff. But you know what? He's being sent to a prison. If I'm assuming correctly.
No, he's going to be taken in front of the eldest son, who will then interrogate him to the best of his abilities. And then, if he survives, he will then be put in prison.
Good. And I'll sort of just turn back to him and be like, well, it looks like you better do a good job of biting your tongue because I'll be doing a follow-up with everyone who's involved in that. Sort of a second-hand information.
The guy just shrugs and just whistles to himself.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Well, in that case, then, yes, I believe that a more thorough interrogation is better done by someone else.
Very well. And he sort of picks him up, throws him onto his shoulder, and walks out. And then afterwards, you hear a knock on a broken door, and an elderly bugbear individual comes in wearing a black robe with like a jagged black hood over the top. You see that sort of large and plain is a emblem of a dead tree. And he goes, "Is this where I can find the one of Finch?"
Yes.
Ah, excellent. I've been sent here by the requests of the eldest son. Apparently, you have an individual that has expired.
Yes, he's upstairs. Come with me, and I'll lead him up to the captain.
Ah, Well, time is no issue for me. Um, if you give me a couple of moments, I will have him back up in no time.
Well, I probably should mention because someone got quite angry at me last time. His heart has a contract on it or runes on it. I'm not sure of the specifics, but his either his heart or his soul is not 100% under his own ownership.
Ah, is that the case? You see him like wave a hand. His eyes glow gold. Um, like a golden yellowy mist escapes from like the palm of his hand and sort of like washes over him like a light rain. And he goes, "Ah, I see. Well, I can get rid of that, and no worries. His heart will be his upon his resurrection."
Oh, well, that's great news.
Yes. Um, yes. So I will get to that, as is my duty to the crown. Much appreciated.
Oh, all right, I'll leave you to it.
And then you see him pull out a bit of chalk from his robe and start to inscribe it onto the ground.
Um, well, I guess I'm already in the What time is it?
Late in the afternoon.
I mean, this is the room that Danzok offered for us to stay in, so even though we did just have a big ass fucking fight in here, probably just gonna hang out.
Yeah, what's the bet that they're going to attack twice? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they already fucked everything up. And Danzok's not here.
Wessel goes, so what are we going to do now? Are we staying here or?
Yeah, we'll be probably staying here until the captain is up again, and then we can. I'm not sure after that.
Well, something will make itself obvious, and we'll go over there.
Well, there is the matter of Anastasia being missing, and
didn't the
she was
queen
being dragged off somewhere.
Didn't the queen say it wouldn't be in this under the city if that was the case?
I think I guessed that it wouldn't be under the city because of how she responded to that question. I had a feeling that maybe it was one of her, one of the siblings, but after she said that it was probably a joke, and every single person I spoke to looked genuinely concerned when I said that she had been taken, I'm going to say that it probably wasn't any of them, and that means she's probably not under the city. I had two theories as to who else it could be, and unfortunately, only the really, really, really bad one is the only one I can remember. I can't remember who the other party that I had thought it might be was.
You hear like coughing in the background, coming up from that the room where the captain's in. The elderly bugbear walks down the stairs, and he goes, "The gentleman is alive and well. He's a bit disorientated, and he'll need a natural sleep to sort of shake it off. But he is amongst the living again."
I mean, that's great news.
I was able to, looks like, complete the start of what someone else had already begun. So it was an easy enough task to set him free from his contract.
No, thank you very much for that.
And during the revival, I was also notified that he was being watched. So whoever was watching him now knows that he is alive.
Well,
probably
thank you for that as well.
No worries. He sort of he oh, and this is for you. And he pulls out 4 scrolls.
4 scrolls.
Yep.
What are these?
The first son didn't specifically say. These were just. He said, give these to Finch and his compatriots. And you see that the scrolls are all the scrolls are all the same parchment, but each one is wax sealed with an individualized sign. One has a cat's eye. One has a like a gem on it. One has a uh, like a musical note, and the other has a box.
That's cool.
I don't know if this was one per person, but these are yours. My job here is done. He says he will get into contact with you before you leave the city. He says that you have a way to let him know when that will be.
Yes.
All right, then. I'm old. I'm going to bed. And then he shuffles out of the room.
Good night.
Yes.
What are the letters?
I'm not sure. I think they're addressed to each of us. Possibly. I'm going to assume the cat's eye is probably yours. And I'll pass it to. I almost called him Philandrin.
Ezekiel.
The fuck is his name? Ezekiel.
I'll open my letter.
Inside is a you read it, and it's in Regashian.
Oh, that's cool.
Inside is it for the most part. It basically states, "Thank you for this undertaking that it will incur great personal risk." And sort of at the bottom is a signed signature of the Khan. And sort of as you get to that point, the letter unfurls or unfolds an extra step, like unnaturally,
Yeah, right.
revealing a declaration of a creation of a house of cat.
Oh, that's cool. Damn, that's sick.
Designating you as nobility.
That's cool. I'm double noble now.
Yes.
The last 3 gem, some sort of musical note, and a box. I'll kind of assume the gem one is for me and sort of hold out the other 2 to Wessel and Sia and sort of, well, which one of these 2 do you think are meant for you 2?
Well, I don't know about the box, but the musical note, I I can't really sing. And if it's not singing, talking? And the only talker here is Sia.
Well, and you have the music box, so maybe that's where the correlation is.
That could be just for the box.
Could be.
Sia? What do you think?
I have honestly not a clue what either of them would do with me.
You could both open them and share the prize.
Prize.
Well, yeah, well, I got nobility.
Well, I'm sure if I had opened that, then you would have still gotten nobility.
Correct. You should share the
Eh,
prize.
you're okay with it, Wessel. I don't know how personal this is going to be.
We can open them together. You open the one with the musical note. I'll open the one with the box.
Sounds good.
All right, well, I'll pass them out.
Wessel opens his up, and it's basically the same as before. Thank you for undertaking this task at great pain. But instead of having a signed signature from the Khan, there's a wax seal of the broken sun, and as he sort of rubs his thumb over it, it glows a little bit, unfolds an extra part of the letter, revealing coordinates, instructions to get to a place within Yingchuan.
Within Ying Chuan. Like. Oh, no, that's where we are. Never mind. I was
You think,
thinking
like,
of,
the old map?
Yeah, I was thinking of the old map.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Tianjin. I wasn't thinking of Yingchuan.
Sia or Finch, are you opening yours?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll open mine.
All right. Sia, as you open yours, it's basically the same, except for down the bottom, the sort of activation for the extra part of the letter is a stamp of your old family name. And as you open it, or as it sort of, you look at it and then it opens, uh, the words on it shift and change to that of see ya. I've hijacked this letter meant for you. I sensed it within the labyrinth. Lots of love, Alvina. Reading that, you feel a warmth on your person that is emanating from your personal watcher symbol.
Guess I'll have a look.
Pulling it out, it sort of feels toasty warm. Doesn't feel like it's increasing in heat anymore. And sort of looking at it, you feel it call out to you.
I'm going to take a moment to meditate.
All right. Finch, opening yours. Thank you for undertaking this task. And then at the bottom, it's a wax seal of Sungshower's personal house, which is that of the holly peach tree. But thanks to your true sight, you can see that there is something else going on with the seal. And where to a normal eye, it looks like there's just the tree. Thanks to true sight, you can see that at sort of to the best of the ability that a wax seal can have, there are 5 individuals at the base of the tree. 2 larger figures and 3 smaller figures. The it opens up to its like hidden compartment, and as it does so, you are greeted with an item that sort of falls off and lands on the floor, and there you see the Watcher's symbol that Yuktashiga once gave you.
Oh. I reach down and pick it up. Does it look fine?
It looks fine.
Um. I want to use my eyes on it.
Yeah, you pick it up. Words on the from where it looked like it was held in place in a strange way. Words start to appear that says, "It's been fixed, young vessel. Just be careful. Eclipses don't happen often."
I will. Because this is multiple campaign information crossing over. Does Finch know what they do? Because I feel like it's been hinted to him, but no one's ever actually told him what these do. I know what they do, but that's because I played Golmore, who was very much in contact with these things.
So
I can't remember whether Finch knows, because I think that would change what he does with it.
In regards to Finch physically, in regards to the Watcher symbols, nothing of magical intent. Only in and around the labyrinth, and those were mainly used as a status of sort of that station. The people that watched or looked after the Watchers, the horrifying monsters that kept guard over the labyrinth. But the sort of extra symbols is passes in conversation made by Arclight in regard to a special form of Watcher symbols being created by him. The sort of connections that could have been made in passing through visions of being handed this unique sort of Watcher symbol, and the connections that the Queen has given you in regards to your dying and the importance of that symbol on your person. But no one has specifically said what you're thinking about.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, in that case, I want to use my eyes on it, looking into the past. It's a long shot because I'm going to assume this thing's passed between the hands of a lot of fucking different people, but yeah, I will just be looking into the past of this thing, trying to catch any time that it was in Yuktashiga's hands or mine previously.
All right. Your vision goes, and you are in a dark and then almost illuminated room, lit up by a flow of magma that is just sort of crushed through or burst through a wall, rolling down. You see a figure floating nearby, tall, thin, long hair that sort of goes down to like the crack of his ass. hair is like a sheen of bright purple. There are other figures sort of in and around him, but they're all a bit hidden in the dark. Uh, this figure turns around and it's Arclight. Stretched out, sort of, not in his hands, but floating above his hands is a menagerie of Watcher symbols. And you hear him go, "These will mark the beginnings of our new organization to watch over the people of this area. We will be the shadows that fight the shadows. Be they cultists, demons, devils, monstrosities from the void. These items will signify our badges of office. Welcome to the first of the Concordat." And the vision ends.
I'll just sort of like look a little disappointed, and then put it in my pocket.
Sia, can you roll for me a religion check, please?
Six.
As you sort of move to the side to let the group talk about, what they found in their letters, you hold the emblem and you concentrate to just connect to Alvina. Why did she hijack that letter? And to the sort of surprise of the people in the room, you disappear into the emblem.
Whoa.
And as you get sucked into the emblem, you are shunted out into a nice firelit room. The stone is familiar, and you know you are back within the Citadel. Looking around, you see that off to the side, sort of sitting at a nice elvenish-looking table, is Alvina, who sort of looks at you surprised. "Ah, is everything all right?" And she almost says, "Mother." Sia.
Oh, yes, everything is fine. I got your letter. I didn't actually expect to come here. But all in all, it is good to see you.
It is wonderful to see you. I have, well, I have managed to fix up the labyrinth. We're not going to call it the labyrinth anymore. We've sort of decided to call it something less. Well, the labyrinth, the word labyrinth, I feel gives off odd vibes, and I'd rather something more, nice.
That is a fair decision. And what's it called now?
Well, Kishoten wanted to name it something a bit too much, like the Beacon or Paradise. But I thought, and she reaches out her hand to you, something more simple, straightforward. Kind of hoping that you take the hand.
Yes.
And as you do, you're sort of shifted to a window, sort of a balcony. And looking out over the balcony is no longer the darkness of the labyrinth. Instead, you see rolling fields of flowers. I thought we could change its name to that of. Well, I'm still thinking of a new name. I've got a bunch in the works, but it's not going to be a labyrinth anymore. So if you're out and about and you think of a nice place to go to, I will be all ears to hear it.
I'll keep that in mind.
I can create a lot. I just have trouble naming things. I was thinking of the Oasis.
That is a pretty name. Is there an oasis here?
There can be. The thought process was, with all the chaos and uncertainty that's out there, a place like an oasis would boost the spirits and the hope that survival is continuable.
I like it.
But it's just early days on the name, so. How goes spreading the word?
Sia will be honest and just explain what she's come across so far and what she's tried to do so far.
And I am proud of you for doing that. But and she sort of pauses and her hand reaches out to sort of nothing. She goes, this religion in Yingchuan, it has no connection to us.
No, I didn't think it would.
In regards to, and she points out, and you can see sort of floating, like warm lights of white, dancing and moving around the flowers. She goes, we have the souls of those that believe, thanks to you from the ship. That is all that we have as of this time. None of this prophets and their doing have lent anything to us. If they're going somewhere, we must know. And to who?
Do you think Kishoten might know of someone who would be behind this?
I can certainly ask. She has been simmering. Her and the captain had a argument the other day, and it got pretty heavy.
The captain?
Oh, yes. And she sort of like flicks a hand, and sort of stepping out of a door of butterflies is the Yellow Lotus member, Captain.
Ah, yes. Hello, it's nice to see you again.
It is quite nice to see you as well, Sia. How fares it on the material?
More complicated, but I suppose that's normal for politics at the moment.
Ah. Politics was definitely nothing that we were good with.
I
That
can't say I'm
reminds
any
me.
good either. Yes?
I have something that belongs to you and the group. And he sort of reaches down into like nothing and pulls out some books.
Oh, these are the ones that were found in the temple?
Yes.
Well, thank you. I'll get these to Finch.
They have been reworded into a more readable language.
Thank you very much for that.
You see the captain, and what used to be like a sort of elderlish veteran hobgoblin figure with his like red leatherish skin and his sort of like yellow golden dragon warrior attire has sort of merged into one, where like his shoulders are moving dragons' heads, his head is that the hair has been like spiked back into like frills and horns. The face has been like extended to be more of like a draconic style snout. He is definitely no longer humanoid. But hopefully, any questions that we or that you had at the time will be answered with the book.
Of course.
He looks at Alvina and he goes, "Ma'am," and then he sort of takes his leave. Alvina goes, "Well, uh, is there anything else you would like while you're here?"
Oh, no, this just wanted to see you and talk to you.
It's always good to see you, and
Yes.
I'm always with you, though not physically. I hear your prayers always, and to the best of my abilities, I will try to facilitate any sort of needs that you have.
Although, just in curiosity, do you recall the original content of that letter?
Um, yes. Um, it was a warning of sorts about meeting the prophets. Something about one of the prophets would be very familiar, which I thought was a ludicrous notion, as you guys are, you know, who would, at the best of my abilities, I don't know who that might be.
Honestly, I don't know either. I know the way. I'm gonna be careful. So, thank you.
It is no worries. I can say this: reaching the point that me and Kishoten have arrived at, um, the worlds have definitely changed to a substantial degree to what even Kishoten thought. The deities were all, well, were all, I say, to include us amongst them, are sort of locked behind divine gates to keep us from interfering physically on the material world. But it seems that with me and Kishoten coming in so late in the time, that we've sort of we're not behind so much a gate, but more so much as a uh, like a fence style door,
Mm.
which I believe is what grants us the ability to welcome you into our realm. Um, Kishoten has been working on something in regards to these 8 emperors that we have notified that we know of, thanks to you and your compatriots and your memories. Um, there is something sinister about them. Kishoten thinks they are a form of divine parasite.
That does sound something that would be going on. It sounds familiar.
Um, with our combined mights, we have a hard time ascertaining visions of the past in regards to where they originally come from. But we very much do not believe that they are parts of our father.
Alright. We'll make sure we'll keep an eye out then.
Thank you. And with that, she sort of magically already has the symbol in her hand. She places it in yours and just wish of home, Sia, and you will return.
How literal does that mean?
Yeah, take Reba shoes.
Well, you hold it. You wish or think that you would like to go back, and you will return to the location that you come from.
Okay. Thank you.
No worries.
Just out of character. When she says to think of home, is that to get there or just to get back?
What would you like it to be?
I can only imagine that if she is thinking of home, she's going to be teleported to some random spot that is 200 years
Wrong
past
home!
her home is
Wrong
dead.
home! Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome. Oh, Mum! Dad!
I would say to that, in regards to sort of the belief of Sia's past, would she really think that she still had or has a home in the Desert Kingdoms?
No. Not really a home anyway.
I think that if she were to think of home, in sort of this looking around of where she is and looking at Alvina, that if she sort of clasped it and wished to return, like, I wish to go home, she wouldn't move.
As in, that would be her.
I would think so. But you are Sia.
I can see that.
So, just so, in that case, just, you wish to return from whence you came, and you will so.
And that is what I do.
All right. For everyone else, Sia was gone for not but a moment. She is sucked in
Oh,
and
yes,
then
okay.
pushed out.
You see me, like, reacting to... Oh! Oh! Are you... Where did you go, Sia? You right?
I was just talking to Alvina.
Ah, right. And how is
Oh,
she?
she's doing quite well. They both are, and so is the captain. And with that, she's pull out the books that were left with the captain and pass them over to Finch.
Oh. And I recognize these as the ones from the labyrinth.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. I'll probably go through these a little bit later. Let's have a look. What other books?
So the books that the captain had were a couple of sort of the only sort of book that is of note, pretty much, that you guys wanted to know of but couldn't read, out of the sort of two of the menagerie books that you had, was the more personal looking um uh fuck, off the top of my head, it was the one with the tree on it.
A couple of them had trees on it. I have the one with the two people underneath the peach tree.
Tree, yeah. uh it seemed this one was uh throwing my mind back, fucking hell. It's gone. I where are my notes? Fuck me. It's just a dot point. I didn't add it any more than that. Fuck's sake. Um, this
I'll
one
be
was
right back.
that's fine. That's right. This one, of the two books, this one is one written or was originally written in primordial writing. Um, older than anything that you had ever seen. Might have been older than the sort of the book that you have of the two figures underneath the peach tree. And looking at it now, it just has it's been transcribed into goblinoid, and the wording sort of on the front that is now readable just says the beginning. The couple of other books with their titles now revealed basically look like early versions of the life and tale of someone. One of them is 101 recipes to cook with whip rash grass. And the beneficiaries of worshipping the Great Eight.
All right.
You hear Wessel go, so the captain was alive?
He got brought back, didn't he?
I'm also thinking that he's just dead in the afterlife, probably.
Well, that's good for him. He was nice to us.
Yeah, I suppose if he seemed happy.
In regards to my letter, I have a inkling as to what it might be, but apart from that, I'm not too sure.
Well, sorry that yours wasn't as cool.
That's okay. But if we're staying in this room, hopefully we can get those people back to sort of repair the door before we, I don't want to do watch.
I think you're right.
Um,
And this breeze is awful.
Stand back.
Excellent. You hear footsteps coming, and you see that the captain is coming down the stairs. Just like his chest is closed. He's not wearing any like top half clothing, just some pants. And he goes, "Mind telling me what I'm doing here? Last I remember, I was at the I say at as if I was part of it, but there were riots happening in the street, and I took shelter, sort of get away from it. That's about all I can really remember."
Well, it's good to see you up and about, but well, there's not many easy ways to say this, but you were killed.
Oh,
There is a doornail.
and my wife?
Missing.
Do we know where?
No. But she's somewhere dark.
Well, I've not to pull any more favors, but you guys wouldn't happen to know anybody within the city that could help.
I could locate an object within 1,000 feet, but I don't think that's going to help us.
Yes, and well, we I did speak to her family.
You did speak to the Queen.
Yes. Yes, I did. Um, she seemed quite upset, and she is making efforts to search the city, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether she's still here.
Well, if her mother knows that she's missing, then there's not much that I can help with. My resources are vastly inferior to her mother's. Um, but all right. Do we know who killed me?
Yeah, we found a bunch of dead people around you. So I'm guessing either you or whoever you were with certainly made them pay for the privilege of putting you down. But um, exactly who they were, hard to say. I didn't really look at them. They were just dressed in all black.
No, that's okay. It seems to be the stereotypical use for assassins and whatnot. But no, thank you for bringing me back. I appreciate it, and it's one more thing that I owe you.
Well, I believe you've also been brought back with without your little passenger as well.
He puts his hand over his chest, and he goes, "Yeah, I can't feel it anymore." Well, all right then. Then all I can say is, boss, don't worry about paying us for about a month.
Well, that is generous of you, but I'm I'm afraid you will be getting paid. I guess not by us, but I did ask the Queen if she was able to assist with your financials in regards to your new ship. So some of the burden that you were telling me about 2 days ago should be lifted.
Excellent. Praise be to the Queen for that. If that's the case, then I'll uh, I'll head off down there and see what's been happening since I've been away.
We haven't been away for overly long. I think it's just been uh not even a full day, I don't think. I think a night has passed, but I'm not sure that probably coming up on a full day, but I don't think you've been away for that long.
All right then. That's the case. Either way, I'll get back down there and to getting some work done, and you know, if she's in the city, her mother will find her, and if she's not in the city, we'll need that ship ready to go.
Yes, um I will try to help as best I can to find her.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
But yes, maybe one of us should uh, maybe go with you to the ship, just in case something's going on at the ship. There were riots after all.
I don't remember how it ended. How did the riots finish? Did they?
Well, they were put down, but dissent still exists.
Then I would say that I should be good, banking on the idea that the assailants got the job that they wanted done. I very much doubt that they think that I'm still alive. So the act of me walking around won't be sort of a thought to their mind.
Well, let's just hope they're not still here.
But I should be good to go on my own. I feel a little bit weak, but plenty enough energy to run.
Where are you staying, by the way?
I'm going to be staying on the ship.
All right.
Me and Anastasia were staying in a nearby fancy keep, but if she's not here in the city, there's no point going back there. Sooner I get back to the ship, sooner I can get it all set up.
Well, maybe you could point me to where you were staying. We're not sure when or where she was taken. So maybe she was taken from your room?
Right. And then he gives you sort of the directions to get to the keep where he was staying at.
All right. It can't hurt to look around, so.
No. Well, Finch, I'll leave the investigative work up to you.
All right. I'll let you know what I find, if anything.
Much appreciated. And with that, he sort of gives everybody a small bow and leaves the room. Before he hears, well, you guys hear, oh, sorry, and then two sort of large, say large, but they're just really stocky, muscular goblins sort of move in to the room, both carrying a wooden door. And they go, "Is this the room at the consul for Vestafidus?"
Yes, this is the room.
Excellent. All right, patch them up, boys. And a couple of goblins get away, installing new doors for the room. It doesn't take him very long, and now sort of the room is back to how it was before.
No, all good. Uh, well, Finch is going to be pretty interested in some rest.
Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, what time is it?
Into the late afternoon, but Wessel really kind of wants to get some sleep,
Yeah, let's all sleep.
if at all possible.
Yeah, I could take some Z's.
Take some zoos. Sia,
Yes.
are you on the same train path?
Yes. Sorry.
Excellent. All right. Sort of the doors are reinstalled. You guys check the lock on it once again. Double check out the balcony, looking outside. No one sort of that you can see watching the place. Looking like it's all clear. And sort of going into the room to the right of where the explosion didn't happen. And sort of just letting these sort of the final moments of what the events take over and just sort of like the give in, and you all basically get a long rest in. Waking up
Resets me all.
sort of whenever you'd like between the hours of 6 a.m. to 8.
Yeah, 6 a.m. sounds good. Jesus, mate, what are you doing? If I'm the first to wake up at 6, I'd like to leave and go find a nice place that sells some pastries.
No worries. Finch, during your sleep, you suffer a vision. I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Yep. Oh, fucking natural 20.
Good shit.
All right. I will let you pick what this vision's subject matter will be, and it will be of the now.
Of the now?
Now.
Um,
Um, but I will lower that what you will be to 5 options. Sort of the main things that have taken place over your mind of like the previous events is Yuktashiga, sort of the warlord gems, uh, the uh, the steel claws, and 2 more of whatever you want.
um, yeah, probably Yukta Shiga.
All right.
Probably the most dominating factor.
Uh, Halfway through a dreamless sleep, your eyes subconsciously kick in, and you are moved to a damp room. There is movement and around. You see members uh, of a group or organization, but they're very much wearing emblems designated them to be members of the Karganet. Um, Filing around and pulling over like the body of Yuktashiga. Sort of like dissecting the body, taking it apart, people writing down notes. But you feel like you can hear the sound of uh so the noise that you're sort of can hear is equatable. I can't physically make the noise, but the example that I'm going to give you is from Spyro. The dragons in the stone.
That noise?
Yeah, with like the like where you're not near them, but you can hear the sound of them like shake.
Yeah, the.
Um, Sort of that catches your attention, and as you sort of the vision moves to see where that is, the whole scene changes to one of a long, one-ended corridor. Uh, Dull blue uh torches emulate light throughout it. The only sort of things within it is a raised like platform that is filled left to right full of large ceramic jars, and one of the jars is shaking, and as the vision gets closer it shakes violently before it loses balance, falls over, and cracks open. And as it does so, it reveals the body of Yuktashiga as it rises up and he stretches. God. I'll get him. They never tell you how fucking painful it is to get punched through the head. And you see him, like, as he sort of stretches and flexes, the skin tone changes to that of reds and greens, pales, yellows, and creams. And the vision sort of ends with him not feeling like he's looking at you, but looking through you. And sort of when the vision ends, you wake up with the realization that Yuktashiga is still alive.
Hmm. What time for breakfast?
Unfortunately for old Ezekiel, there's no real pastry shop nearby.
Well, alright. Is there... Okay. What takes up my nostrils first, mate, for food?
It's food. Sort of. Food smells take up your nostrils before you leave the consulate itself.
Yeah.
Rooms are being like food delivery inside of a hotel.
Oh, yeah, cool. Service.
Yeah, room service pretty much. Consulate rooms are being given the breakfasts of the day.
Oh, okay then. Okay, if that's the case, I smell that. I go back to the room and I wait till they come up to me with the room service.
Yeah. Sort of there's like, you notice that this is what's happening. They're going by floor. They'll reach yours soon. You go back up. Finch comes downstairs. You see him. Wessel shortly after. Just sort of very tired looking, ruffled hair. There's a knock on the door. Opening, it's a servant going, "These are the breakfast items for the day. Please enjoy. We have plates of various nice riches in fruit in the form of a shape by the chef's design, and some cooked meats."
Thank you. Have a lot of that. You don't particularly take special orders at all, do you?
No, unless they were given to us the day before.
Right. So I can order for tomorrow.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Can you got a pen and paper already, or can you just?
You just let me know. I'll remember your face.
Oh, that's good then. Remember my face.
Yes.
Right. All right. I'd like a pastry, please.
Do you have any?
In mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a couple. If I could get a apple turnover with fresh cream, if I could also get a pavlova, not really a pastry, but I'll take it with some pastry, and of course a small little croissant with ham and cheese.
Right. Now there is a service fee of 5 gold.
That's fine. Do you need the payment now?
Yes, please.
Give me a second. Wessel,
Yes.
could I have 5 gold, please?
Sure. And he hands you 5 gold.
This isn't cursed, is it?
It's plain gold, Ezekiel.
Thank you, Wessel. And I go back to the guy and I give him 5 gold.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
No worries. The name's Ezekiel, if that helps.
I'm not going to remember it, but I will remember your face.
Right. Can I roll insight on that?
Sure.
5.
He's young.
Oh, that's good. He's young.
Sort of, yeah, like teenagery.
And he sounds like that?
Yeah.
Crazy. The Kojanair, I guess. Cool. Yeah, Norris, I trust him.
Thank you. He sort of trolleys away.
Cool. Bye.
Yeah. So breakfast is a bunch of allocated fruits and sweets with
Can you say last name?
cooked meats.
What is it?
I just re-clarifying what breakfast is.
Cool. Perfect. I'll eat all of it. Yes.
Wurzel goes,
Ready?
so what are we doing today? Are we just going back to the ship, heading off, or have you had a chance to look at the map, Finch, in regards to the locations for the gems?
No, but I don't know that I'll need to look at that until we're leaving. I would like to go to the place where Anastasia was staying before we get too far away from the consulate, though. So that's my plan.
All right, I'd like to check out this place for me. Do you want to split up, or because I'm happy if you guys want to tag along as well.
We're going
Where are
after
you
breakfast,
going?
right?
Oh, on my letter, I've got a location within the city that I'd like to suss out why. I think it might be the location of the guy that I'm after.
Well, we can all go together. I don't think we'll be too long, and the keep is just right around the corner.
Considering the riots that just happened, it would be better to stick together.
Yeah. I was just, if we wanted to split up, we split up. If we don't, we don't.
I can't imagine will be too long. Wessel, it'll probably just be a 15-minute detour, I imagine.
We are going after breakfast, right?
Yes, I am hungry.
Awesome.
Before you've eaten everything, I'd like to have something.
I wouldn't eat everything, Whistle. I'm not that sort of person.
I could have sworn you said earlier you were going to eat everything.
Well, everything is available to me.
He also
food
did eat
portion.
everything back before either of you two joined us at the sharpened table. He ate 2 entire massive meals as well as my entree that I ordered.
Well, I paid for that, didn't I?
I paid for the entree. You paid for the other 2 things, I guess, because Danzok did not exactly have the ability to pay after you ate everything.
Why are we bringing up old things, Finch? There really is no need.
I just thought it'd be a fun little thing to point out because Sia and Wessel joined us after that happened. I thought it'd be a fun little bit of history to know.
Well, I don't think they found it fun. They didn't laugh. So really, I think they're.
I mean, they're all smiling. I don't know about.
I didn't see a smile.
Well, I think this definitely says something about Ezekiel's character. That if we're going to eat together, we got to be making sure that we're there before he gets there.
What is? That's quite rude. Whistle. First you give me curse money, and now that I don't think that's necessary.
Well, how was I supposed to know that that's what it was for? I don't know
Well-
any history that you had with this Munakata fellow.
Exactly. That's why we have to tell each other our histories.
Then why did we? Then why would you give me curse coins to begin with? I just don't understand.
Because it would have been funny.
Well, I'm not laughing.
Yeah,
I am.
now. But if I knew the history, the fact that it looked like he just tried to melt the gold into his body, I would have given you regular gold. But I didn't know. I gave you the cursed gold. I can't. You got me working in the dark here, Ezekiel.
What a way to say that.
Look, one day there'll be a history lesson then, okay? But until then, please don't do any devious pranks on me again.
All right, I'll before I give you money, I'll make sure to know everything beforehand.
The money part's fine. You don't have to. No, that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is if you're going to play some devious prank on me, like put a whoopee cushion under my seat or give me cursed things. Then I'd rather that not happen. I think we've got some trust built here, Wessel.
All right then.
Good. I can smell that food right now.
Well, the food's here already.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yes. Let me get the plate out, and I proceed to not eat all of it and leave them a portion each.
Not a big portion, Ezekiel.
There's a lot of protein needed for this massive body. Maybe do a special order next time I come back.
Okay.
And I eat my rest.
You guys eat your lunch or your breakfast? Sorry. What's the game plan? We're to go visit where Anastasia was staying.
Yeah, I think so.
Which isn't that far, knowing where the coordinates is, thanks to the captain. So you guys head out after breakfast. Takes you about. It ends up being about a 20-minute walk from the consulate to where they are. It's still within the confines of the old city. That being like the original city of Yingchuan without the influx of everybody else happening and the expansion of the rest of the city. And the sort of keep is just the name of the inn that they're staying at. This is one that you do know, Ezekiel, from the olden days. Mm-hmm. It used to be a very fine Rakshashan establishment, like the Sharpened Table, except even more financially refined.
Yeah,
the only people that were allowed to eat here wasn't based on wealth, it was based on status. But with the Rakshasa now gone, looks like things have changed. It looks like the keep has what it used to be a sort of Sharpened Table style, like circular tall building, and has now been renovated to look like a keep, at least aesthetically, like a small miniature keep. You guys coming up to the front door, easily openable, and you coming into the, like, sort of the main foyer, where there is a little like podium desk at the front, sort of situated by itself with a small desk, bunch of papers and parchments, leading to like one singular room that's sort of split between left and right, with a singular pathway in the middle that looks like at least two set of stairs. There is a young-looking hobgoblin at the counter. And goes, how's are you looking perchance to stay at the tavern?
Finch, we're not staying, are we?
No. No, we were hoping to get to the room that Captain Rikoshi and Anastasia were staying in.
Captain Rikoshi! Yes, is one of our finest guests.
Yes, well, he was staying here last night before, I think. But he's staying on the ship, I think, tonight. So I just wanted to go into his room and have a quick scan around for signs of maybe where his wife ended up.
I'm sorry. Did something happen to the captain's wife?
Well, we're not sure. We're just sort of missing.
Ah, unfortunately, as I do not have your records in the papers, I cannot let you go to his room.
How would I get my records in the papers?
Well, you would need. We used to have it that an individual could recommend someone by giving us a letter of recommendation. But for safety reasons, it is now required that the person physically be here when the recommendation is being made.
Well, if I could recommend my friend, and I pull out my House of Cat, signed by the Khan, we required some information. Does this work?
Roll a persuasion check.
Alright. I've rolled exceptionally awful today.
And then
Nothing
add
lower
6.
than 7. Oh, okay, that's cool. Add 6?
Yeah.
8.
I'm sorry, I do not know this. I've never heard of a house of cat here within Yingchuan in my life.
Look at the signature.
I'm,
This is new. Dated 4 days ago, I believe. I think I can't actually read the date there.
it does not have a date on it, sir. I'm sorry.
But it's got the signature of the Khan. Like, that's quite important.
But
Is
there's
it
no date. This could be forged. You know?
Well, the signature would be hard to forge, I'm sure.
I believe me, you would think so, but you know, at least once a week, someone comes in here with a forged signature from the car. I'm sorry, I cannot be trusted.
Alright, what about, and I pull out my nobility pedigree for Ragash. And I go, what about this one? I'm from the Desert Kingdom. Sure, that holds some weight here. I know
I'm
this fine
sorry,
establishment prior to
but foreign affairs are no use here.
Well, while Ezekiel is doing all this shit, can I, like, sort of, without making it too obvious, sort of scan the desk and wall for where a sort of a guest ledger might be?
Yeah, roll perception check.
Yep.
2, 6, 5. Can't, come on, give me something like a 9.
Oh, fuck. I almost just spilled my drink. That is going to be a 3 and a fucking... It's one more than one. It's a 21.
Yeah, you sort of, as Ezekiel is stuck in conversation with this clerk, you sort of like move to the side, scan over the paperwork, and you can see that sort of in an open ledger close by is a list of names and rooms, and you find Rikoshi's and Anastasia's names next to a room number 12. And you notice that sort of moving a little bit to the side, but like where under, like at the bottom of the clerk's feet, is a box with numbered keys on it, and there is a spare 12th key there.
Well, what about if I was to, I don't know, I just keep trying to, like, just try different options.
Can I sort of eye signal to Wessel to go take that? Because one thing I'm very happy about, I almost said whisper. One thing I'm very happy about Finch, he's not amazing at thiefcraft. He's not amazing at it, so I just want to kind of like eye signal, like you know, eyebrow raise to Wessel, and then really sort of like eye the fucking box.
Yeah.
And then sort of mouth 12 to him. 12.
All right. Holy shit. You rolled a natural 20 on that.
Oh!
Wow, good shit.
Sort of as no, I cannot. The thing is useless, and as he sort of like, you feel like the clerk's like getting angry that he just isn't getting through to Ezekiel. That none of his foreign paperwork works. With the luck that no one else is available, like around on this floor, you see Wessel sort of like sort of disappear behind the counter and sort of reappear next to you, Finch, and he slips the key into your hand.
But I used
To
to know
get-
there were extractors over here.
To get to the rooms, actually, no. I'll pocket the key for now. Like, I'll not have it in my hands. I'll just sort of see what happens when I just sort of start to walk off towards where the rooms are.
It's just wait, sir. Look, you cannot be going up there.
Right. Okay.
Well, what? What do you mean?
This is for paying customers only.
Well,
You know?
it's not like I have access to a room.
Well, of course not. You want to get to Captain Rakosh's room? You say he allows you. This ginormous cat gives me a fake cognate seal, and then gives me
It's not fake.
paperwork from not this part of the country. You know, to go up, you need to be paying.
Well, how much does it? I'll tell you what. Where's your where's a place to eat here? Is there a place to eat here? That would make me a paying customer, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, yes, but there is a payment to ascend to that level, and then on that level is where you'll pay the chefs to work. But you need to pay to get in, and you have not paid.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
what would the cost be?
Well, look, I'm sorry, but if this was something that you wanted originally, besides the room, it could have been a much more appeasable nature. But this gentleman has fried most of my nerves, and I'm sorry, but the price has got to go up. It is now 10 gold.
10 gold. Surely. What could the risk be? You've done your job. You've not told us where the captain was staying, unless, of course, I already know the captain and he already told me where he was staying. I don't have a means of entry, which would be fine for you because you've not given me away. So what's the real harm if my original intent has changed?
I don't understand. You want to go up the stairs, you have to pay me 10 gold. If you go up the stairs without paying me the gold, I cannot inform the armed guards above that you are paying customers.
Oh, the guards.
Yes. A lot of money flows through this establishment. It requires armed individuals to keep it safe. That's why we call it the keep.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
With all
So
this money.
what's the cost to ascend the stairs for a normal individual on a usual day?
For just a customer that would like to access to the kitcheneries without going any higher to the gambling areas or towards the sleeping quarters is 3 gold per person.
Paid. Done deal.
Except that
That's a deal.
This is not. You are not
Let's shake
normal
on it.
people. This is not a normal night. And
Let's deal. Wessel,
my
get
things
3
are
gold.
fried. Now it is 10 gold per person. You know, if you do not like it, you can
I'm
leave.
not paying triple the cost after you've called me a liar. That is wrong, sir.
You cannot back up your claims of
What
not
do
a
you
forged.
mean?
This is clearly a forged.
All right, now that
cabinet.
they're yelling at each other again, I want to try and sneak up the stairs.
Forged! Look at the paper. I can't found it. Your fucking accent.
Roll for me a stealth check, Brandon.
Yep.
I start to raise my voice loudly.
If he's being that loud, I will also cast invisibility on Finch.
Listen here, mate. I fucking know what I'm. Listen here, buddy.
That stealth check was a.
He is going to notice you, Seer, cast this spell from the corner of his eye.
I've got a potion that helps.
Okay.
Because the spell is also a it's not just a verbal, and requires semantics. So you doing hocus pocus stuff will attract attention.
Then I
That
guess that doesn't work.
the stealth roll was unfortunately 10.
You feel like you're able to sort of unnoticed bypass as sort of you leave Wessel Seer and Ezekiel
Hey, can I
behind.
get advantage because of the distraction? Can I petition for advantage? Can I house that for advantage?
No, sorry.
Oh, fuck.
I
The
rolled.
intent also, because I'm not 100% sure what this exactly looks like. I'm merely trying to get to the point where I can see around, if there's a corner, to see around the corner, just to get an idea of the room numbers and exactly where they are, if they're even here, to know what floor they're on if we want to go around the outside.
Yeah. Look, it's just it's very much like the sharpened table in regards to the stairs, because you get to the stairs, and as you sort of feel like you're
Okay.
as you're sort of climbing up the stairs leading to a large sort of open room that you can see sort of above it, sort of the fencing to keep people from falling back down to the stairs from that level. It's just like small stone pillars connected by like a silk looking rope. And true to what the guy at the clerk was saying is that there are this looks to be both those Asian places where you go and they cook in front of you in like squares. There's a bunch of that. But there is also a bunch of armed Kojin-looking guards. Probably the reason why it costs so much is because, well, it costs. It sounds like it costs a lot, but like, there's a lot more people here than would probably be needed if this was run by a Rakshasa.
I'll come back down, and I'll be like, okay, in the interest of time, I will pay to be able to get up to the regular floors.
Westwood goes, I do have money to pay for all of this.
Well, all of us won't need to go up.
And it's the principle, Wessel. Alright, this guy here. That's not getting angry good.
Well, that's why I'm saying not all of us will need to go up. I'm
All
sure
right.
Ezekiel will have a much more fun time down here.
Wessel pulls out 30 gold, gives it to the clerk. Everyone but Ezekiel goes, all right.
Well, no, I think just me and you should go, Wessel. The people who will have an easy time running away from danger, I think. Me and you, I'm going to call us, we're the dash duo. That's what we are. And the dash duo, we run into danger so that we can run the heck out and tell everyone else.
Right. Well, if we're all happy with this plan, we can do it.
That just makes it 20 gold, makes it not a big deal. Sia and Ezekiel can stay down here, keep an eye on things.
He fucking swindled us.
And
Hope you know that.
And you can feel free to tell him how much he swindled us for the next 10 minutes.
Tell him. Yeah, I will, for sure.
I look at the guy behind the reception desk and I give him a sympathetic look, but also not overly sorry, and sort of signal for Wessel to hand over the 20 gold.
Wessel takes back 10 of the gold. The keep grabs 20 gold, puts it away, and then he pulls out 2 little paper tickets.
Yep.
And he just goes, please enjoy the eating upstairs.
and anything else that would be up your fancy. But you two, who is not going, I do not want to speak to you anymore, fakest of sigils. Please,
Fakest of sigils.
please leave this establishment. Otherwise, I will call the guard to remove you.
Okay. What are they gonna do? Just pull me out, are they?
Yeah, I'm gonna start walking away.
You're a piece of shit, mate. I hope you fucking know that. And I walk out.
You just lost a sour cunt.
Is there a vase on the way out?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, I
There's a
push
couple
one
of
off.
bars.
Yeah, I push one. And I walk out.
You hear the faint sounds of, hey,
Yeah, we'll get you to pay for this.
Yeah, nah, I'm paying for shit and I walk out. I take a deep breath to see. I'm like, whoa. If those boys weren't going up there,
God. Finch and Wessel head up into the sort of cooking zone, where it looks like instead of additional stairs to go up, there are two doors on either side. One symbol has got like a like money with like dice and coins on it, and the other one's got like pictures of houses on it.
Pictures of houses.
Yeah, like a stereotypical box with a roof.
Yep. Is that what we might be looking for that?
Wessel goes, well, it's definitely not the place with the money on it, unless I feel like that's where we would go and gamble.
Oh yeah, there was a gambling place here. We'll try and bounce our way up there. We know the room number, so we just need to find the room.
Yeah, making your way over to the door with a house on it. There's no armed guards nearby. You open the door perfectly fine. Peering inside, it looks like a small hallway with 4 numbers on it, that with a set of stairs that looks like it goes up and then winds around.
We'll just keep going up until we hit a door with 12 written on it.
Yeah, you got 2 more flights, which sort of it feels like it just sort of, you go up, loop up to the top, and it sort of like loops back like an S. And you get to room number 12. What would you like to do?
Open the shit. Let's get the key. Open the shit.
You put the key in, and you go to open it with the key, but you don't hear the click of something unlocking.
Maybe it's one of those double protection locks where you have to swing it left and then swing it right. So I'll keep jimmying around with it, and not open it until I hear the little click.
You jimmy it around a little bit, and then sort of, not accidentally, but like putting a little bit of pressure, like up, like holding the door, like putting the key in, sort of like, why isn't it working? And that bit of pressure placed upon the door swings the door open a little bit.
Okay. I'll just sort of look at Wessel, sort of, like a look of be careful. And
Wessel's already got his punch dagger in hand.
I'll just sort of very lightly push the door to swing it open.
Yeah, you push the door to swing it open, and you are. I just had the word in my mind, but it's gone. It's something fancy. Entertained to the sight of a room that has been ransacked. But you do see like blood on the floor, and a body next to the bed that's sort of like on its front. The body looks like the bodies from the alleyway, from where you found the captain.
All right. Did I actually look at those guys last time? Did I remember where they were from?
No. No one
It
even checked if
was
they were alive either. You essentially you went in, saw the bodies on the floor, then went straight for the captain.
makes sense. I will. The first thing I will do will check the be to check the bodies.
Yeah. The sort of the one body coming into the room, you notice that there is a burnt circular sigil or circle on the other side of the bed. Um, and this body is indeed a dead body. Uh, sort of as you sort of like turn it over with your staff, you see like a large like hole that's been fucking just caved into his chest of this like unmasked hobgoblin.
Um, any indication of a guild maybe that he was a part of?
Uh, yes. On he's wearing earrings, and on the earrings there is a small etched sigil on like silver earrings of a tree with 8 crowns on it.
A tree with 8 crowns on it. More tree iconography to add to my collection. Uh, okay. So 8 crown motherfuckers. Interesting, interesting. I'm trying to remember if the captain ever said that he was. I feel like he mentioned something about how the Kingdom of the 8 Crowns didn't like him, or he wasn't allowed back in, something like that. I'm not sure if he ever mentioned. Or if I'm thinking of like whenever he told me about me being in 8 crowns, like what would go on. But I know he's brought up 8 crown before. Um, I mean, I'll search all their belongings, see if I can find letters. I mean, I'm not super into looting, but I'll even take money if they have it, just because it'll be a currency that we might need at some point.
Yeah. Roll a just an investigation check and roll advantage with Wes was going to help.
Yep. Oh, that was a fucking bad roll. Okay, the advantage was better, but still not good. That is gonna be. I mean, my shrewd investigator's back up to fucking max,
Cool.
so maybe I'll burn one. Maybe I'll burn one. Now we count up. Yeah, here we go. Come on, come on, D12. You like to fuck me, but I would prefer it if you didn't. Do not fuck me. Okay. Okay. Investigation. Ooh. Investigation is going to be 26.
All right. So on the body itself, you find just like sort of assassins. It's just assassin style gear besides the silver earrings. And the silver earrings look ornate. Um, on him, besides that, you find 2 potions of unknown makeup. You also find a note written in Arcosian. The note stating that no names are on it, but just the mission objective of to get the captain's wife to a location called the Grotto. Um, there's no like signage or like from boss or anything like that to visit it. It's very much like a go get Rakoshi's wife to the Grotto, and essentially that's it. Apart from that, on the body, there's a handful of electrum pieces.
Oh, so they're still using.
But these electrum pieces, it looks like the inner there's it looks like it's a two-circled coin. The inner circle looks to be made out of platinum.
Oh, so it's like is it like Canadian money coins? I like that. I think.
That's what you can find on the body. Looking around the room itself, piecing together what you can see using just your investigative style, that this very much appears to be used as a sort of porting home for the captain and Anastasia. In regards to journals and things of personal belonging, it's quickly noticeable that they wouldn't keep such items in this room in regards to just the way that they live, which is on the airship. Anything of that sort of nature, you would now believe to be held up within the large golden chest, which is not in this room, and you are not able to find any sort of secret compartments that may lead to another golden chest. Not that there wouldn't, not that you just haven't found it, but that just there isn't any. There is no secrets within the like secret compartments within the room. But you can sort of piece together in regards to how the rest of the debris and the room's chaos is made up. Like sort of like in your mind's eye, piece together that what happened to her, and that she was sort of looks like she was caught by surprise. She was able to fend off one attacker, but the burnt sigil with on the floor looks to be that of maybe those used for teleportation, and that she was taken and teleported out.
Yeah, right.
But you do not find any special currency from the body in their room. But you do find two wads of yen cash or yuan money, equating to about 250 yuan in paper money.
All right. So teleported out. Is that a total search of the whole room, or is that
Yeah, that gives you like the search of the room.
all
Piecing
right.
together sort of what happened. She was teleported out, which may mean that if she was teleported out, she's not in the city.
Yeah.
Um,
But it does also mean, thankfully, that theory 2 of the two theories is probably not true. Which is good, because theory 2 was the really bad one. So, at least it looks rescuable. I wonder if there is a way to like really fucking narrow down where the hell she is. But if how long would that have taken?
I'll say with the 26, making your way up to the room, making your way out there is probably like 2 minutes, if that. Couple of seconds on the door. Sort of looking around with Wessel probably took about a minute and a half, really piecing it together because of the high roll. So like 5 minutes.
All right, I'll just do a quick once over one more time, just to make sure I didn't miss anything, or that I'm not leaving anything behind. Now that I have my own personal thing confirmed, and after I've done that, I'll just sort of like, all right, Wessel, we're done here. We'll head back down. I'll close the door. I don't know that I will lock it because it wasn't locked in the first place. No, maybe I should lock it because we were very vocal about wanting to get into this room. I will lock the door. And then head back down.
All right. Yeah. You do the once over. There is nearly nothing that was missed, except that as you sort of go back to the door and as you're sort of closing it, thinking about, like, do I lock it, unlock it? You see just nearly missed a parchment of paper, like sort of underneath the bed, like further up in sort of what would have been sort of a blind spot looking around.
Mm.
And it's just a case that Wessel had just gone over himself. So going back in under the bed, grabbing that piece of paper. Uh, Unfortunately, the paper is sort of like half drenched in the blood of the person on the ground. But you do see that at least the top half of it is a looks to be a very formal warning uh, by an organization called the Crowning, uh, stating that Rikoshi, you fucking done us in. You didn't deliver on the last shipment. We're gonna come and get you. And then it sort of becomes unreadable after that.
Mm.
Um. All right. Well, I will. Nah, fuck it. I'll leave it there. I'm not gonna chuck a bloodied note into my fucking pocket. And I have at least a better idea of motivation, I guess. I don't need to know what the rest of it said. And yeah, I'll just do everything I said I was gonna do.
Yep, no worries. Locking the door behind you. Um, the thought does cross your mind that this might have been a loud event. Uh, there's a chance that someone might have heard something in one of the other rooms.
Um. Yeah. I'm not sure what else could be learned. I guess other than what the grotto is, but I feel like I can probably ask around later. I don't want to take up any more of Russell's time. He really wants to go fucking see this thing, so I'll just yeah, I'm just gonna make a mental note about the grotto, and I'll just be like, well, all right, Wessel, we're sort of done here. So if you wanna, we'll gather everyone else up, and if you want to lead the way to where you want to go, then we'll follow you.
All right, thank you. Let's get out of here. You guys make your way back outside. Down like out down the stairs into the foyer. Ezekiel and Sia are no longer there. They are sort of there outside waiting for you. Um, and you arrive together with Ezekiel and Sia. Um, Going back to his letter, Wessel goes, uh, it's kind of close by as to where we are now, to be honest, looking at what I've been given. Um, but it shouldn't take too long to get there, I hope.
Well, you lead the way.
And then following Wessel, about takes about 15 minutes to get to this location, and Ezekiel, you get the sense of where you're heading.
Yeah.
In that this part of the old city was the. It wasn't nice.
Yeah.
This part of the old city is where, unfortunately, the dregs of society ended up. Which now looks like mansions compared to like the outskirts of the Great Yingchuan now.
Yeah.
It's sort of flowing through like the cobbled streets and buildings, a lot of which look like they're run down and no longer either in residence or not in residence. But you guys come across where Wessel says, "Oh, this appears to be where the letter is taking us to a sort of like dirt mound with it looks like a mine shaft entrance."
Yeah.
But you can see that there are parts of roof like escaping from the dirt itself. Kind of looks like the house has just been buried in a pile of dirt. Um, and so we're still going, well, guess this is it. Sort of goes up to the door and knocks on it.
I before he goes to knock, I kind of just pull my shot and just know this is I guess this area is dangerous. Be ready in case something comes out.
Oh, thank you, Ezekiel. Hopefully we don't get killed.
Of course. Right behind you.
Comes up, knocks on the door. The door opens, revealing a blackened sun member standing there.
You're right.
He is old. And he goes, "Ah, I knew you would come. Please, come in, come in. I have much to discuss." Whistle goes, "Okay then," and steps inside.
Is the door being left open for us or just him?
He looks at you guys, and you can see him ponder for a moment
Yeah.
before he closes the door.
Okay. I kind of say, like, I think, I hope he'll be safe. If you hear a thing, we go in.
I'm going to roll for Wessel. Alright. You guys are waiting outside. It's like, just like 5, 10, 15, half an hour. And then about an hour and a half, it feels like the door opens and Wessel steps out. You see he looks like shaken. And
You alright?
no, not really. The figure at the door, the old-looking bugbear, goes, I'll see you kids later. Vessel, have a good one." Closes the door behind him.
What happened?
I don't know if I believe him, but that was the man I was after.
Right. You were seeking to kill this man originally, right?
I think so.
What happened?
Answers to questions more than anything. But the what I've been told, what I've been shown, it's
It's a lot to take in.
Do you think it's a closed chapter in a book of your book? Is there any closure?
Yeah, you could say that.
Well, that's good.
Well, if my thing is done, and we did the thing for the captain, well, not specifically for the captain, but we sussed out the room. What do we do now?
Should we go back and let him know what's been happening, or?
Well, if there's nothing else left to do,
Hello?
Huddle.
then yes, it's probably a good idea for now. It's still pretty fucking early in the morning, right? Like we haven't taken too long to do anything.
Going, then going, waiting. You're looking at 10:30.
Um,
And it's gonna from where you guys are now to where the port is. It's gonna take you an hour to walk.
no, that's fine. That is fine.
The only other things that I remember the group sort of wanting to do is still going shopping, at least to stock
I
up
need
on.
I need to talk to the fucking the son. I don't remember what he wanted. He wanted to talk to me.
He did he not? Yes.
About that guy.
The captured one.
Yeah, I think that's what it was about.
You
That's
don't
all
know
right.
what it's about?
No, the guy did not tell me. I think it was in relation to the captured guy. He told it to me after he resurrected the captain. I can't remember. I think it was about the captured guy. But I don't know. I'm sure I can give that another day for him to cook that up. But shopping. I don't even have that much gold left anymore. I do still have that bag of bronze, but it's not exactly good for anything.
No. So you've got.
My headset just died. What the fuck?
Hello, Michael. Yeah, everybody's headset's failing on him. You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
You good, Mike?
Yeah, just like it just cut out. I thought it was just being silent and looked up and it's all like fucking Mike's gone. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in regards to money, Wessel has the most, if not all of it.
Yeah, I do. He did tell me how much money he had, and it was a shocking amount.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of platinum. A bunch.
Yeah, that's what it was. But also, we're paying in yuan here, aren't we? So I've got 250 yuan.
Well, yuan is the only currency used in the Kingdom of Eight Crowns.
Oh, it was 8 crowns. Oh.
Uh,
So the Electrum is good here, actually.
as far as you guys are aware of, as your characters would know, is that in the Eight Crowns, the only currency that is used is yuan, paper money. But in regards to the Eternal Sun, or Vestafidus, Danzok's Kingdom, or the Garganet, It could be anything. The captain said that he was in 20k in platinum debt. So if platinum is still a thing being used, then it would stand to reason that
Yeah.
all the other currencies would still be usable.
Electrum with a platinum piece in it, though, is interesting.
That is very unique.
Makes me wonder if it's maybe worth a different amount. But we'll have to see. It's like bronze, right? Wasn't bronze like between copper and silver? I can't remember what bronze was.
Yeah, bronze was between copper and silver.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Yes.
With the gold pieces and stuff like that in this world, is it minted?
I don't think you guys have any besides Finch's special coins and the yuan, which is like our money except for their paper money. I don't think you guys have any like special coins yet.
So they're just gold pieces. They're not like
No manufactured gold, like
Yeah.
manufactured to be coins.
Um, I would say probably without you guys going to and asking out, hey, show me your money so I can have a look. Uh, Not
I mean,
even the coins that you guys grabbed from the labyrinth were all like minted.
the only reason I ask is because I have 8 gold pieces, but
Yeah,
8 gold pieces from 200 years ago. Could theoretically look into getting it exchanged for whatever local currency is.
yeah, you could definitely go do that. I would say out of character that if it is still gold pieces, then value to money, it would just be the same. It would
Fair
just
enough.
not be uh, you know, visually the same.
Fair enough.
But if you want to test this, you guys can most assuredly find a financial institution to check out money, or find a merchant of some kind that has gear that you guys would like. Because I remember that you guys still either wanted to or needed to do some shopping to stock up on at least personal on-hand items that you guys don't
Yeah.
have.
I don't know if everyone agreed to that. I just suggested that we do that because when stuff gets down to the wire, we tend to always say, "God damn, I wish we had stopped for potions."
Yeah.
And we've said that like 8 times now, and we've just never gone shopping. So I was like, maybe now that we're in a city that's compared to any other city we've ever been in, relatively safe. We have time. The world's not about to blow up. There's not a guy that's about to get killed. There's not, like, we have time. We could take this time to stock up on stuff that we need. I am missing 2 darts. I would love to go buy 2 darts. I have 2 greater healing potions that I still am not sure if I have 2, 1, or none. I'm pretty sure I went to go use it in that last fight and then someone else used it, so now that's confused me even more as to whether or not I have 2, 1, or none. They're not as useful for me to have because I can't use potions.
Yeah.
However, me having them means that if I'm not down, which ever since I got the heart does honestly not tend to happen,
Yeah.
me having potions that I can use on someone else is pretty good.
Yeah. I've still got 2 greater healings.
Yeah, that might be. So I wanted to sort of figure out what we were going to do in terms of everyone being able to look after themselves with potions. I mean, I honestly would not mind a like some sort of fire resistance potion because I resist so much damage, but poison and fire I'm really vulnerable to. And now that we're missing Darnzok, Darnzok's gone again. He was our muscle. What was he, fucking like level 16 or something? He was like fucking jacked.
Yeah, he's level 16.
Holy shit, dude! Is he the same level as Gormor is right now? Or was Gormor 17?
No, he's the same level as Gormor right now.
Oh shit! Who would win a fight, Darnzok or Gormor? That's like a Godzilla versus fucking Superman question. Just
I mean,
outrageous shit.
all Darnzok has to do is. No, Gormor's got tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, Gormor is strong, but like physically, like he's pretty jacked. But that is Darnzok's domain for sure. If they got into a fist fight, if they got in the Pentagon,
But it wouldn't take you guys long. You guys are aware of previous shops that would sell what you need.
Yeah.
You guys,
that's what I was doing. I was getting my book.
you guys know that the Crown is going to take care of the financial burdens of the ship. So the ship will be stocked with essentials. But also, you don't really know what those essentials would be. So, I say, as Wessel, well, there are some potions that I'd like to buy, and possibly a new set of clothes, ones that aren't so holed and ripped.
Yes. I'll accompany you, Whistle.
We do know where some of those locations are, so if people are short on money, for the time being, I can shout us.
I could go with some new fancy clothes.
See ya.
Look, I'll be alright.
All right. All right. So, Wessel and Ezekiel want to go to tick some shops off. Sia and Finch.
I mean,
Like, Wessel does need new clothes. His clothes are not looking too shabby. So, besides the couple of potions that he's going to get, which will be just a potion of haste, he's going to grab. He's going to grab. Like, he has enough money to buy all the things that need to be bought that the group needs.
Oh no! Oh, I forgot Dr. Zed's character sheet was in there. That's alright. I'll pick that up. There are a couple things I would get, but I'm also concerned about the what everyone else has. Like, just in terms of the healing, like Ezekiel can heal people, and that's all well and good. But when Ezekiel goes down, that's when everyone else needs to be able to take care of themselves. Just something for them. So even if it was just like a tiny healing potion, because you don't need to heal the other person; they just need to be able to get back up. This isn't Baldur's Gate 3. When you get healed, you do have your action.
Yeah.
Honestly, Baldur's Gate 3 was fucking... It was a good call to get rid of that, because it was fucking... gay.
So...
Where the fuck is...
Sia, is there nothing that you need or would like to grab in regards to items, gear?
She will have no way to pay anything back.
Wessel doesn't really care about being paid back. He's perfectly fine to facilitate.
Right. I guess a healing potion.
I'm going to write this down. Ah, I'm blinded by my own. And I know how much he has. Maybe shoot. Seer would like 1 healing potion. Uh, he goes, would you like me to check, if at all, if your money is worth anything extra for being old?
Yes, please.
I can do that. How much do you want? Do you want to give him all of it, or a couple of pieces, or?
He can keep all of it, and if it's not worth exchanging, he can just have it.
All right. And what is the total of that?
8.
8.
8 gold pieces.
8 ancient gold pieces. Pieces. And Finch.
Yes.
What were we looking at grabbing?
I mean, a potion of haste sounds pretty good, but I was more so what I need are potions that just sort of help me out in sort of desperate scenarios, because when things get really tight, Finch doesn't really have a way to turn it up. So a potion of haste or a potion of giant strength. I don't know. I'm trying to look through the book to find out what it says about.
Would Whistle really get a potion of haste for himself, considering the necklace he's wearing?
The potion of haste would be for anybody.
Okay.
Less specifically for himself,
Yeah, and
due to
me
the
myself.
necklace. It would be, if anything, it would be given to either Finch or you.
Okay.
The thought process for Wessel is that the talk about making sure everyone can help each other is that, all right, if Finch has got 2 and Ezekiel's got 2, then me and Sia should also have 2, at the least, like, large or greater healing potions. And then, the ability to have 1 or 2 utility potions, either each or in total.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Well, do you know how much either of those would be?
Yes. All right. Well, unless we wanted to play out the shopping, I can pretty much cut it short to grab everything that we need.
Yeah, sure.
So give me 1 second. I'm going to roll for some things. That works. That doesn't work. That works. And that works. Sweet. So C is gold because it's old, has a higher value, and goes to a 10-to-1 ratio. So that's equivalent to 80 gold pieces. The gold is, or at least the money that is being used down here, is pretty much the same as it was being used before the time shift. The only difference that you guys can see going piece to piece is that the minting is just instead of it being sort of like the royal family and the Zaibatsu, at least the coins that you're able to like the change you be given and swap for is that it's minted of the Cargonet and the Queen, and on the other side the peach tree.
Holy crap.
That's cool.
So Sia, you get there during conversations with regards to what the money you have. The sort of potion alchemist shop owner is a collector of old things.
Mhm.
He's that sort of like collector. And so we got a better deal on the items, and we got better items. So we got instead of 4 greater healing potions, we got 4 huge healing potions.
Yeah, wow.
So huge healing potions are 6d6 plus 6.
Mhm.
We got given there is a potion of uh, giant strength, which gets given to Finch. Potion of giant strength just
It's hill
increased.
hill giant, right?
No, stone giant.
Oh, okay.
We got a potion of enlarge, which gets given to Ezekiel.
Beautiful. Potion of enlarge.
Yep. To sort of increase your size to large, and increases your weapon damage by double.
Damn.
That lasts a minute. Sia gets given the potion of haste,
Mhm.
and Wessel grabs a potion of iron skin.
So the huge healing potions is that 1 each?
So because Ezekiel and Finch have already got 2 potions each, that's 2.
Mhm.
That's 2 potions for you, Sia, and Wessel keeps 2.
Thank you.
Just that way, uh, everyone's got 2, and there's not like a lopsided number in case someone goes down at the wrong time, and then people are scrambling to loot his body for potions.
Okay.
Nice.
And with the 80 gold, is that back in my inventory? Is Wessel holding that?
No, you get given that 80
Okay.
gold.
Thank you.
Um,
I just got the 1 potion of enlarge. Hey,
no, you got 2.
I got 2 of them. Sorry, I wasn't.
You
sure
had
what it was.
you had I without going back over it. It was 3 before. You gave 1 to Wessel to get him back up, and so that brought you down to 2.
Yeah, cool.
And because no one can really remember from now on, Finch, you just have 2 greater health potions. Okay,
Yep. Stamped in.
stamped in. And that's the potion shopping done. Wessel.
While I was there,
Yes.
actually, could I have the 2 potions I found off that guy examined?
Yes, you can. Can you roll for me? Ba, 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 ba.
I have my dice.
Two Arcana checks, please.
2 Arcana checks. Fucking get out of the way. First one is a. Oh, my int is 3. I think I was thinking of Fane. That first one is a 21. The second
Yep.
one is a 10.
All right. So the potion with the 10 on it It's a potion of climbing. And the other one, where have I numbered it? Is that the right one? The other one is a potion of mind reading.
Potion of mind reading. Damn. Hey, how much does that sell for?
I mean, if you like
mind reading, isn't that a rare potion? How much are rare potions worth?
Got no idea.
Mm. Uh, 750 gold.
750. So it would sell for what, 375?
Well, would you like to sell it?
Of mind reading? Yeah, I don't fucking want that. Especially, that's not Finch's vibe. I wouldn't even want to have it. Especially not if I can turn it into something else that we can use to help us further.
Right. Well, the shopkeep will buy it off you for 500.
Hey, sold. Done deal. 500, what, gold?
Yeah.
I'll buy it for 500 and he pushes over 500 bronze pieces.
Oh, God.
What a bitch. You owe me 500 gold pieces, Wheeler Yuta.
With that out of the way, towards the ship.
Yeah, let's get it.
So you guys are leaving after the shopping's done. The guy behind the sort of the main shop that you guys have been at has sort of asked if you guys if you can to keep an eye out for anything old, like say from Sea's time. That's sort of like the golden age of Arcosis, as he calls it. If you guys find any like vases or any sort of anything from that era or made in that era,
But a set of scales. If he wants to go that far.
Yeah, he's happy to buy these things off you, and then also put in a word around that you guys are like good for business.
Hey, nice. I'll fly his flag.
So if you want to sell that set of scales, Sia, that comes from your time, how much would you like to sell it for? What do you think it would be worth?
1 million.
I don't even know how much it would be worth now.
Well, he will buy it off you for 85 electrum.
Does he have a modern one for sale at all? Or know
A
where a modern one would be?
Oh, you'd like to do a swap?
Yes.
Yeah, he can facilitate that. Um, it's not going to cost anything, and he's happy to swap over for a more modern scale.
Yeah, I'll do that. Because if I ever find a chance to do business in the future again, I'd rather have one that's
That won't raise
current.
suspicion.
Yeah.
No worries. But no, thanks to that, you guys are you are known individually to him, but he would prefer it if you had a call sign or a name to make it easier instead of writing everybody's names individually 4 times.
Do we have a code name?
Nah, the roster changes too much.
Yeah.
Wessel goes, well, we're working with the Rikoshi. We could go by Rikoshi's Reapers, using
Well, that's
them.
cool.
But that also might be a bad thing because Reavers has a bad connotation to it.
How about we call ourselves the jewelers? You know, because of the gems.
I mean, we could join the long line and legacy of having sun thrown in there.
Ah.
You know, we
I
have
feel like that could also invite a challenge from people we don't want to fight just yet.
well, you know, it's I feel like we're getting challenged either way.
Reavers of the Sun?
I really like that, actually.
Reavers of the Sun. So bad. What about the Smithies? A symbol. It's non.
It's too bad. It's too bad. None of our deities are males, because then we could be like the sons of Kashotan or the sons of Alvina.
Mm.
Oh
I
wait,
mean, we could do the daughters of Alvina.
That's cool. I mean, I can't be called that, of course, due to my
Reavers of the
queen,
Sun?
But
Oh,
I agree
Reavers.
with
you're
that.
right. We need to be multicultural. Yes. Could be the renewed sons.
That's cool.
Yeah,
We got
renewed sons
Rikoshi
of-
back from the dead. We're on an adventure to get all the gems to get Koktengri back, and in a way that's been renewed because that was tried once and it fucked up.
Yeah,
I like
renewed sons.
I can only imagine having this entire discussion in front of this person.
Now he's like doesn't even acknowledge the group. He's just going over the coins and the scales, and he's just playing with it.
The Electrum pieces that he's got, is it the same ones that I had where it has the little platinum bit in the middle?
No, these are like pure Electrum pieces.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Did you want to ask about that?
Yeah, I did.
All right. You pull out your Electrum Platinum piece to him, sort of taking his attention away from the set of scales with a giant smile on his face, and was there something else? Would you like extra potions or magical items?
No, I just wanted to know what this was worth.
Oh, well, that looks like it's. I don't know if it's tampered platinum or tampered electrum. It's not anything that I've seen of, at least personally, but I can ask around about it. I've never seen currency of that make before, and it looks like it's been altered, at least professionally.
I just sort of thought it was part of the coin.
If I had to guess, I do know that altered coinages are used by certain organizations as in-house currency, or if not currency, as tokens and favors to be pushed and used.
Kind of expensive, but um, yeah, sure. I'll keep that in mind. But I can come back and see what you found.
Um, if either you come back or I can send a letter out or messenger your way.
I'm not sure how easily findable I'm going to be in the next couple of days.
No, that's perfectly fine. Well, you know where I am either way, and
Yeah.
um, I'll keep my ear out. Now, you guys are aware that going into the Eight Crowns, if you plan to do so, leaving the Cargonet, only yuan will be usable.
Yeah, we do have some.
Right. As best as I can figure out the whole yuan situation, um, I don't really know what the conversion rate is in regards to yuan to coin. Um, I don't know if 1 yuan is worth 1 copper or 1 silver or 1 gold. It's so different over there. But I have heard stories of people trying to buy things without yuan and using coinage, either old from before the burning of the tree, or from either minted coins from either kingdoms or even foreign gold. And those people are seen at the shop and then never seen again. So that's something to be careful about.
Yeah.
Um, your coinage or our coinage isn't usable south of the border.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
uh,
south.
yes.
Well, who's south?
The Peruvian Republic
Oh, who's
and and the uh, and the USSR.
Oh, okay. I thought the Peruvian Republic were east.
No, east to us is the Imperials. Well, the Peruvian Republic is east as well, but if you need to get there, it's south.
Right. No, that's okay. We won't be heading south anytime soon, I don't think.
All right. Well, either way, thank you very much, young lady, for the scales and coin. Quite valued to my collection. And please, if you find any more out there, please bring them back. I have enough to reward you handsomely for the items.
I'll keep that in mind, thank you.
And with that, good day, people.
Thank you, mate.
I just add a character because I don't want to write down anything that's incorrect. So that merchant scale was just a straight swap.
Yes, straight
Thank
swap.
you.
And if there's nothing else, I guess we go towards the ship.
Yep, finishing the journey.
All right. Takes you about, by the time you got to the where the location of the shops were, at least Wesley's got new clothes to sort of swap out from these old. Anybody else want to do the same? Finch, you got stocked up back on darts.
Yeah, like up
So
to 5.
yep, everything has been financially taken care of. Wessel, so when this is over, I'll mark all that down. Heading back towards the shipyards, and where the dock where the new ship is in full swing and underway. People are bringing gear and cargo on board. You see the captain is standing on a bunch of boxes, talking, ordering people, yelling, to get everything sort of organized and done. He notices your arrival and sort of hops down, comes up to you guys and goes, "Ah, so everything's going smoothly on board. Nearly all the rooms have already been fixed up and allocated their assigned furniture and all that jazz. You guys have your own specific room under the ship, so that's good. Don't have to share with the crew anymore. I can say that the tally of crewmen aboard the ship has increased to a total of 85. Um, uh, Thanks to the Queen's benefactor or beneficiary, sorry. I've been able to upgrade the equipment of the crew in regards to what we had before, more shambles and not so much of a uniform. But now we actually do have uh, a proper uniform to hand out to all the crew members. So once that's all done, I'll do that.
Awesome.
I haven't thought of a name for the ship yet, so before we head off, I'd like to talk to you guys about giving a proper name for paperwork and all that. And I was thinking we can't be calling ourselves the Rikoshi Reavers much of anymore, now that I feel like we're on more important matters.
Oh, is that what you were called before?
Yes, that we were called the Rikoshi Reavers before, yeah.
That's wild coincidence. That's so someone suggested that as a name for us.
No. Well, they might have heard it from me, because I think I introduced us originally as the Rikoshi Reavers. Either way, Sia, your religious room is done and furbished. So praise be. And I think by the end of today, we will be good to go.
Yes.
The only sort of issues being changing the name before we go, and then figure out where we're going next.
Yes. And your wife,
She's not in the city, I know.
yes.
I was approached by the first son, the captain of the Queen's Guard, who would basically come down with a blank check to finance everything. But he does feel like she has been taken somewhere north. And if that's the case, I
That's my
myself,
suspicion as well.
we made enemies all over the place, so it could be somewhere. My guess is somewhere within the 8 crowns. She's been held.
No, that's my I found some dead assailants in your room in the keep,
Oh, well,
and
that's good.
all of their effects point to the Kingdom of the Eight Crowns as their point of origin.
Right.
And they brought her to somewhere called the Grotto.
Are you sure?
I pull out that note, and I'm like, yep, pretty sure. It says here, bring the captain's wife to the Grotto.
Fuck. All right. Well, that sucks. Big time.
Not a good place.
You
No.
know?
Yes, the grotto is where we used to take people that were anti-Zaibatsu back in the old days. It's worse than a prison. It's where people were experimented on to further the sciences.
Jesus. That's inhumane.
Knowledge needed to be extended in the eyes of the Zaibatsu. How things worked, what could happen to a goblinoid body, what reaching its limits, all that sort of thing. I was never privy to its locations at the time, but I knew of its existence. Only those within the Platinum Circle knew the location of the grotto, at least within the system that we had. I'm not sure who might know in the system that they have now.
Yeah.
Um, we have met someone in the Platinum Circle before. 20
You have?
years ago.
Oh, shit.
It's possible they're still around. If that's our only lead, I might be able to find where he's at right now.
Well, that'd be good news for us. Well, if that's sort of a possibility.
Yes, I might not be able to find an exact location, but I'll at least know whether or not this person is still alive. They're probably in the Kingdom of Eight Crowns, though. But I will use my eyes, and I will try and think of the present of that guy that we met at that one of Danzok's fights, who I tried to take. I think I can't remember what it was. I tried to take some shit off of him, and he had a force field around him, and that was when I noticed that on his finger he had a ring made of platinum.
Yeah, right.
Yes, I know the gentleman. All right. You go blank, and then your vision appears in a sort of on the crest of this hill, overlooking a town. You can see that the town is sort of bustling, but the town is connected to a bunch of hills and sort of not so much close to, but not so much mountains. Looks to be like a heavily like miners town. Um, you see uh, the gentleman that you tried to pickpocket before, but now much older, sort of sitting at this like on this chair, sort of overlooking the town. Uh, like next to him is an individual that's sort of cloaked in black. You hear him talking. The conversation's picking up of that mine is still closed. No one dares enter, and for good reason. The history behind it is tainted. The Guardian makes sure that at least the kids are afraid of it. They don't go near, and no one has disappeared from that mine in over 50 years. More, as far as my stories are being told. You don't have to stay here any longer. You may leave. No. I must stay. Very well. Know that the Grand Artisan thanks you for all the work you have done for the old regime. And the sort of the vision shifts and turns to looking at properly this figure, sort of not in a chair, so to speak, but in a sort of stylized steel and wooden wheelchair. Looks like it's powered by runes on the side, and sort of a large statue on this, like behind him, that's overlooking this town. And it's a statue of a. Oh my god! It just escaped my mind. Where's my notes? Where's my notes? There it is. Of a brownish, like golden colored knoll. With a large sort of two-handed axe, sort of held aloft by a side and a shield in the other, sort of standing at a guarded watch. And that's where the vision ends.
Okay, well, they didn't say a location, but they said enough about where they were that we might be able to narrow it down. Something about a mine that makes people disappear. And the last time that happened was 50 years ago.
I'm not gonna lie, like there are a lot of mines within the Eight Crowns. In regards to disappearances not happening for 50 years, that doesn't help me that much.
Well, if it's the Platinum Ring, then maybe this will help. And I'll pull out the map with gem locations on it. I'll say the keyword Fandrian Falanus and scan the map for any mines that might coincide with one of the locations. Even not necessarily restricted to the Kingdom of the Eight Crowns.
Yeah, it pulls up two spots. There is the location of the mine that's south of Chengdu. And then there's also the location of Chongjin, which for Sia definitely pricks up an ear.
Well, we can prioritize the one in Kingdom of the Eight Crowns in that case. And if not, we'll head up to the one south of New Chengdu if that doesn't bring us anything. Um,
Well, you let me know when we're good to go, and we will set sail.
yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to be good to leave tomorrow. There's
All
a
right, then.
few loose ends still needing to be wrapped up, but I think tomorrow we should be good to finally head off.
Yep, I will. I think that is a sound plan.
Well, if our rooms are ready, do you mind if we stay here instead of in town, or will we
By,
sort of be in the way?
no, by all means, climb aboard. Um, and then he sort of tells you whereabouts on the ship is your room. Then you guys will be good to go. We'll have introduce proper once we're up in the air to everybody, and then we'll set the sort of chain of command in regards to who's in charge.
All good. Is it like what, like 2 or 3 right now?
Yeah, about that in the afternoon.
All right. How far away from the palace am I?
The palace at the center of Yingchuan.
Yeah.
You're about an hour and a half.
All right. In that case, I will use the I'll use the pearl earring.
All right. Do you want to? Are you doing that on the way or when you get to the room?
I'll do that in the room.
All right. You guys climb aboard the ship, and just the size of the ship is just crazy in regards to what you had before. Much nicer looking. The wood looks more ornate. Rikoshi really pulled out all the stops to furbish this, or at least the base of the ship was given nicely. The ship is tiered onto 5 levels. The bottom level is sort of like the storage hold and a couple of like spare rooms that have been sorted for storage. The 4th floor is where all the where people are sleeping and most of the utility style rooms are. The 3rd floor is a combination of like training rooms, armory, like smithery, the onboard like maintenance of tools and weapons. The 2nd floor is sort of a couple of just large like eating halls and makeshift like large rooms, and the 1st floor is still yet to be fully furbished. Unsure as to what that is, but you guys are down on the 2nd floor at sort of the back. Your own like 4-bedroom room where it's not double cotted. Everyone has their own singular bed. Given that there are also 2 large wardrobes in there, and each bed has a side desk with 2 drawers. You guys are also on the sort of edge of the boat itself, and that there is a window to the outside out leading light in. But that there is also the not a gas light. It looks like a gas light that's in the room, hanging from like the roof in the center. But Sia, you immediately notice that it's arcanely activated. With like basic words that you're able to just tell everybody, and thus it's like a on-off, like a clapper, except with your voice.
Cool.
And then Finch, you activate your earring.
Yes.
Finch, you called?
Yes. I wanted to. Your son asked me to get into contact in regards to something. So I'd like to set a meet. But on top of that, I wanted you to know that I found out that Anastasia went to somewhere called the Grotto.
Right, that's bad news, so we need to step that up.
Yes, I'm trying to track down a Platinum Ring member to see if they know where the grotto is. But if you have any stronger leads than that, that would be appreciated. Because one, we would have to apprehend the Platinum Ring member, who is I've run into one before. They are exceptional. And then
Yes.
two, I would need to find a way to get that information from them, which is not really my area of expertise.
Right. No. Well, in regards to anything that we had, it wasn't much. Quick contacts within the fellow kingdoms. It wasn't in the. She hasn't been taken in the Eternal Sun or Vestafidus. Not that we expected her to be, but the grotto is a place that I have personally been searching for quite a while. But if you know someone who might know the location of it, great. In regards to getting information from someone, I'm sure that if not you, one of your compatriots would be able to facilitate that. And if not your compatriots, I'm sure the captain would definitely have the knowledge to do so.
Hmm. Yes, you're probably right.
We outfitted the ship with a teleportation circle, not meant for living travel, meant for items to be shipped directly to the ship. So if we have anything on our end like that, we can send it to you straight away.
Oh, that's very helpful.
Apart from that, did everyone receive their letters from the Queen?
Yes,
Excellent.
yes, we did.
She gives her best. Apart from that, is there anything else?
Well, yes, the meeting up in regards to whatever was it the youngest son needed.
I am not familiar that the youngest son wanted to speak to you.
It was an inquiry I received through one of the Queen's servants.
Right. I will find that out and then let you know.
Very well. Then that is everything.
And then you sort of just hear like a cold silence, the connection being severed.
Are we
Good.
alone now?
Yes, you guys are.
Cool. What was the name of that place that you said earlier to the captain?
Chongjin.
Why do I know that?
Because that is the place that you had forgotten about. It is your last dungeon.
Oh, so I know where that is.
You do know where that is.
Okay. Well, I will say that I know where that is, or should know where an entrance is. Where it is exactly is debatable.
Oh, well, that's if you've been there before, then that's it'll be good to have someone who already knows their way around. But we do know where Chongjin is, as it is one of the marked spots on our map. So we'll be able
So,
to take us there.
as in the grotto was there, right?
No, the
No.
Platinum Ring member
Okay.
is there.
Right.
And we need to beat him up and then convince him one way or another to tell us where the grotto is.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, two things are at Tianjin as of right now that you guys are aware of. A planet ring member with information to the grotto, and the possible location of a warlord gem.
And also, there's some sort of golden knoll hanging around.
Right. I feel like I've missed so much in this entire session. I'm so sorry.
That's
Um,
okay.
But I will be, I guess, chilling for the rest of the day until tomorrow, when we will probably depart. We'll be doing things maybe a little bit out of order, but something that I think maybe we could do, and probably not a bad idea, is to finish our journey in Nanjing so that we are a hop, skip, and a jump from Yingchuan, and we can sort out what we're doing with every single gem once we have them.
Well, before we do leave town, I do just want to check at that one tavern place to see if anybody was looking for me.
Oh yes, well there's still half the day left, and then we'll have
Tomorrow.
most of tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna chill, see if anyone gets back to me on the things that I've said, And yeah, just wait out the day till tomorrow.
No one else wants to do anything right now or for the rest of the day, unless you wanted to do your thing back.
Yeah, might as well do that now.
Yeah. That place isn't that far. The 1,000 cuts, 1,000 daggers or 1,000 blades. I've forgotten.
I think it is 1,000 cuts.
1,000 cuts. You go back there, and there is indeed the barkeep has a message for you in regards to Raijin and Fusion.
Yep.
He goes, yeah. Well, the message being that they are. They found something about the prophets. Hang on. Instead of me telling you, I'm trying to remember off a note they had written down. Give me a second. And he pulls out a note and he hands it to you.
Thank you for that.
Looking at the note, it reads, "Dear Herald, this worship of what we thought was like something wrong with our religion is worse than we thought. These people aren't worshipping Alvina and Kashotin. They're worshipping demon lords in the image of Alvina and Kashotin."
All right.
And that's all the message says.
Then I'd like to leave a message for them if that's okay.
Perfectly fine. I'm sure they'll be back. They've been using this place as a sort of a hideout or whatever.
Okay. I'm essentially going to write a note instead to them.
Yep.
Along the lines of it will be their choice on how they handle things. If they wish to continue handling it here, if they think they'll have a better chance of gaining influence somewhere else, that's up to them on how they do that. But also letting them know that I'll be out traveling with the captain, and again, up to them if they decide to join the ship again.
All right. He takes that. He goes, "I'll give it to him as soon as I see him."
Thank you.
Puts that away and
That's
goes back to
every-
cleaning some glasses.
that's everything Sia will do. She'll just head back.
All right. And with that, we're going to end today's session. Nice little setup for tomorrow.
What did I
Oh.
miss?
In regards to,
I know Sia probably won't know exactly what happened, but when Wessel and Finch went into the room, and that was when I left.
oh, right. Finch and Wessel went to the captain's personal room. There, the room was tossed. Looked like there'd been like a struggle, a fight. Thanks to Finch's just Batman style intellect of investigation, figured out that there was, and that she had been teleported out. Finding a note on one of the dead bodies of especially the mission saying she needs to get to the grotto. With her not being there, it's safe to assume that that's where she's been taken. And he also found a note indicating that Rikoshi is not well liked by a particular group called the Crowned, who had threatened him with something, unable to tell because the last half of the note was drenched in blood from the body on the floor.
Thank you. Now, as a completely unrelated question, Brandon, do you recall the last time our group leveled up in my game?
Leveled up.
Yes.
Yeah, hey, Who just leveled up?
The last time we leveled up. Fuck. Have we only leveled up once, I think? We started at
Pretty
3 and we're now 5. No, we've leveled up twice.
Thought you were level 4.
Oh, we did start at 4, so we leveled up once.
Yeah.
So I think after the second circle was the last time we leveled up.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I was intending to tell you you leveled up to 5 after the last circle, but then I forgot. So I might have to do that before we start tonight, if you want to prepare.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too hard
All right.
for me.
Right.
Yeah. Am I right?
Because I already know where Fane is going anyway. Shit, do I have extra attack? I think I do.
You should if you're still going another level ranger. Unless you've diverged at some point.
Well, at some point I'm taking 1 level in Warlock. I just don't know if it's going to be this level or next level.
Anyway, sorry to multitask there.
No, it's perfectly fine. These are important things to remember.
Yeah.
And then also there was that vision where, yeah, we see the Platinum Ring member talking about a mine where it was, quote, inaccessible still, and that the last time someone went in there and disappeared was 50 years ago. And then before the vision ended, it was revealed, or the vision expanded so that I could see who he was talking to, and it was a gnoll.
A brown furred / golden furred gnoll.
Oh, golden colored. Oh, I thought it was literally a gold gnoll.
No.
Well, when I hear the name, I will, fully disclose that that is where that last dungeon I went to when all the bullshit happened.
Yeah. And fucking that. Fucking, I can't remember his name. I want to call him Fizzban for some reason. That fucking real one who should be dead and just isn't. Nozok, that's his name, not Fizzban.
Yeah, Nozok the Goblin.
Nozok, the backstabber. The absolute real one.
Could you imagine if he had the gem? That'd be crazy.
Do we just finish up?
We've been finished for 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, cool.